Welcome back to what might be the finale episode of Pokemon Legends ZA. Yeah, we are standing in front of a pink building. Prison tower is about to explode. We're gonna check it out. This is the team as it stands. This is all that we got and all that we are going to have to do it with. All Mega Evolutions, of course. Some people might say this is a basic team, but to be honest, I've never used Dragalge, I've never used Starmie before, I did use Chandelure once, I have used Meganium, but not like this. And I haven't used Crafty in a pinch either, so... For me, you could say it's a basic team because of all the Mega Evolutions, but you're only allowed to use one at a time anyway, so it doesn't really matter now, does it? A couple of things to note. When you're in this state, or when the tower is in this state, when you're... this is past... which mission is this? This is Prison Tower's Dark Turn, so 36. This is probably the best this tower is gonna look. And the best this game is gonna look, to be honest. Because it's, like, lit up. The games... there's nobody in the streets except for the shops. They are open. You can still do the quests. So everything's still doable. You are stuck in what seems to be limbo nighttime, I guess. You don't get anything in terms of ZA stuff anymore. You don't get the ZA Royale anywhere. But all the shops, like I said, all the shops are open, so you are good to go. If you want to do this, you don't have to do this, but this is how I did it. I just kept on going with all the quests. There's still a few missions left here. I still have to do the high roller, which or the Luau, the jumbo variety Pumpkaboo. I couldn't find a Pumpkaboo that is the jumbo variety, and then this one, which is basically focusing on Furfur, and I couldn't care less about these ones. But I've done all the rest of them thus far. There's probably gonna be a few more because I think there was 110 or something. But here we go. Let's talk to Vinny. I've taken up enough of your time already. I believe matters have been settled. Harley will make for the Taos Control Center with a Floette. Please let me do this instead. But I still want to do my part to protect the Pokemon people of Lumia. Why can't we just go both? The legend Pokemon is far worthy. That's why I want to ask you and Zyga to jump in and protect Lumios if things go south. The person I'm looking is still somewhere in the city, not to mention everyone else. Lumios is our home. Float and I want to make sure it stays safe for all us people and Pokemon. Okay, so I'm going to tag team with Zygarde, and she's going to tag team with Floette. I guess you are ready to do what needs to be done no matter who won. Oh, I also changed my clothing. I don't know if you can see. I look fabulous now. I'll put him on speaker. I hope you'll forgive me for sending you to face these most important issues and battles without me. It seems that a life of 3,000 years truly is asking more than a single human body can give. You're kidding. All the stress about prison time must take a real toll on you. Music? We won't let the 3,000 years you wasted to unite with Floyd go to waste. Team MZ will take care of everything so you two can live in peace again. I think they're about to die, because I think once this thing is broken, it also breaks the curse or the blessing of them being immortal. I hope to protect Lumios, to protect the entire region of Kalos. Carry on where I could not safeguard the people and Pokemon of this city. They are her future, and to my dear Floyd, ask you to lend our Team MZ all the might of the Eternal Flower. Floette's gonna be like, Special Beam Can, and go beast mode. Okay. Brother, I have been using this for a long time now. A Floette Titty Stone. See, now these are the type of story beats that could use some fucking dialogue instead of just written. Damn. What exactly are they gonna do? Where are they taking? How do I get up there? Are they going up there or something? Okay, so they are going up. Do we take them from below then, or what's? Oh, they're just okay. Is this his former throne room? Yeah, well, kind of is a throne, isn't it? Oh, okay. Selfie. Okay. I'm trying to be as silent as I can, but there's no dialogue, so let's do this. You are unworthy. Proceeds to eject Tawny from the chair. I'm uncertain what Floette's actually doing. Is she taking up all the energy? Mm-hmm. I know. You might actually not want to stand there then, if this is the case. There's falling glass everywhere. You might want to... I always wonder what it is with Japanese people and tentacles slash vines. That's the Floette, isn't it? Floette absorbed all the energy and then kind of got tentacled. Oh, we gonna... Why are we on a roof for now? If more trauma... Well, down there is not safe either now, is it? I'm getting Ultra Beast vibes from this. Huh. This certainly took an interesting turn. Wasn't expecting a hentai monster. Oh, how nice. They made a stairway specifically for this. Yeah. We have to stop the tower. Helping Tawny, saving the tower is the same thing. Things look incredible from up here. I knew Lumios was big, but seeing it like this, thinking of other people going about their lives down below, I appreciate it more than ever. So to protect the city, no matter what it takes. Backing up for a second, I'm glad you're alive. How are you not most scared for your life? What's going on? Are you alright? I think I'm safe now. Mega Floette's got my back. And I can't control the tower at all. It's trying to fire off Mega Floette's moves. We'll come save you. I'd love a hand, but I don't know what would help. I see Zygarde on a rooftop in the Magenta district. You should head there. I think it might be waiting for you. Okay. We do. Is this just a regular battle or? I'm okay with this. Brothers, I can't see shit. Excuse me? You are going to be Will-O-Wisp, buddy. You do way too much damage. You have a Rock Blast. Holy shit. Having a Rock Blast. Why are you focusing on me for? There we are. I guess we're going to get waves of Rogue Mega Evolution now. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed. This time. The thing. What? Okay. So we're just gonna sit here right now. We're gonna sit around a fucking table made of fallen concrete from the tower while there's a fucking tentacle monster standing behind us. Okay. Building debris in the way, not to mention those roots that the tower sprouted. I could take the rooftops. You think you can climb the wreckage and then go via the rooftops? I know you're greater, but that's a lot for any one person. Hey, I'm rank A, what are you? I doubt we three could make it all the way to Saigon on our own. I can just fly there. You might need some help sorting all this out. I will not stand by while city is in danger. Calls from top rank trainers were provided with bangerings. I was trying to explain the entire situation. He decided she would rather move straight to crash. Okay. It actually makes more sense. Get it to come here instead. Could it be that Psycho's testing Harley's abilities? Yet by climbing. Okay, but what are you guys gonna do? Oh, great, she's here. I completely forgot about her already. Shows an aerial view of Centrico Plaza. Uh-huh. We need to do something about those flowers before anything... Before nothing. What? What do you say, Mr. Justice? Think you could take him out with the big muscles of yours? But even my season strength would not nearly be enough. Did he get some brains? The himbo? Right now is to secure a route for Holly. That much I'm certain we can handle between us. Hold up. Did Ivor just say something reasonable? Now that's a shock. He's right. With all of us working together, we can clear a way. Okay. Keep the rogue. Yeah. We're lucky, yes. How convenient that you are all scattered across the districts. We come from all walks of life, yet we cross the... yep. One last bit of advice from Detective Judge with protecting Lumios. Trust in L. He's not like the old Lazandre from Team Flare. I'm sure he has no interest in taking life. Trust in Psycho and then just strength. Okay. Let's do this. Before there's no city left. I guess we don't see the urgents from the big tentacle monster standing behind us. There's gonna be more Mega Evolutions coming, probably. Let's just hope that they keep healing me so I don't have to do it myself. So, I guess the game's gonna tell me either way. Seems to be a shit ton of debris. Oh, they're gonna help me. Yes, okay. What am I gonna use for this one though? Probably crafting or something? Mega Garchomp. He knows who you are, dummy. How big is Ivor even? Dude seems like he's fucking 7'5". Ok. Dude. I hope you guys see this. Oh shit, that Garchomp. Oh, I used Thunderbolt. That happens to me a lot in this game. Can you fuck off already? What the fuck did I do? For some reason, the Garchomp is focused on me. And don't mean my team, I mean specifically my Pokemon. Thank God. Oh, wow. Okay. That just sounded completely wrong. Bump me. Oh, we're gonna play hide and seek or catch? I am hearing a faint fucking, what do you call it? Ultra Beast music in the background. I don't know if it's a reminiscent. It's just reminiscent of it. I am not entirely sure. Water with my finely honed muscles, but that's no help to you. Okay. I was such a himbo. I feel sorry for the middle one who's carrying the other three. Hope nobody was underneath there. Oh, well, this is all too convenient. At least they're all helping out. They're all taking a part in the finale that is... fascinating. I'm getting Stranger Things vibes. You won't be seeing this for all too long, so I'm just taking in the sights as I can. Oh, I wouldn't like living here at all. Oh, there's a Mega Steelix. And a Mega Blastoise. Why just the two of you, though? Oh, it's 2v2. Is it? Is it 2v2 or is either one of the two gonna help us? Or are they gonna focus on the scaffolding? I know I'm doing all the wrong things here. Might as well go into use straight away. That doesn't work either now, does it? Okay, fine. I'll do something else. Why am I clicking Thunderbolts? Kick his fucking ass. The Steelix is done for. Oh no, he used Dick. Okay, I thought he was done for. Oh, now he's done for. There we go. Now, get that motherfucker. Oh, I know Starmie is weird, guys. I know Starmie is weird. The way it just spins its front instead of its back now is weird, but I like it. I like it. I don't have to justify myself. Still not done? Maybe the game wants me to do the final blow. Thanks, Canary. Another fist bump. Just heal me up. Thank you. This is my favorite. Parkouring is my favorite. I like how they made me an entire parkour course. Why can't they just make a scaffolding in there? It's all about balance. You don't really get the scale of this thing. Wait, you're streaming this? Lumios! I don't know what happened there. You should have climbed up, but apparently I took a glide. I don't really get a sense of the scale here, especially as you go up. It looks like it's not that far up. Well, down here it looks much bigger. I don't know, maybe the scaling is a little bit wrong. Are they streaming this? Yes, they are. They're making a fun out of this. Okay. Corbeau should be next up ahead then. You're not the only one that's getting tired. Oh, Jacinti and Laban. Okay. What is going on with the wings of salamanders down there? I hate this character with a passion. I think that's the point. You're supposed to. She's a perfectionist. She likes to get away. When she doesn't, she'll fucking murder you indirectly. She'll kill you with kindness. Kind of her mantra, probably. I completely forgot her mega. What is her mega? Oh, yeah. Okay. Literally just tickles him. That's it. I guess I can go with Chandelure. Because that aggro's after my ass. Will-O-Wisp. Okay, that one's done. Another flamethrower should bring it down to red. There we are. And then a Will-O-Wisp should... I clicked the wrong button. Oh, the way that you have to click the buttons here is really weird, so I'm still used to using the joystick and then clicking A. And yeah. Oh well. Damn. I wonder if she's gonna get her life back eventually. The secret weapon. She's gonna sing. Why didn't you guys just make the Jacinti zone around them instead of like the what? This is not a good idea now, is it? It's not a good idea. You could have just go with the Jacinti. In fact, Jacinti could just make the entire zone like that. You know, you could have just made the zone around the entire vicinity. Apparently, you have the money for it, so and it works. So why don't you? But okay, whatever. Corbo's just ahead. One thing that I like about this game is that it gives Scolopede a new, like the entire Scolopede community, the Scolopede fan base has just gotten like a reanimation or something. It seems to be reanimated all of a sudden, which is solid. Honestly, Scolopede is a really nice Pokemon. Oh, great. It's a really weird mafia. About time you showed up. Good. Very good. And which do I throw out first? I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp him before he does too much damage. Damn. Oh, maybe I shouldn't stand in the way next time. A solid I need to actually paralyze and poison him. Oh, I click Will-O-Wisp again. Never mind, doesn't matter. I always click Will-O-Wisp right before the end, so it seems. Kinda start panicking, probably. Let's get moving. Just walks. There's no need for any rush. At all. It's not like this fucking giant tentacle monster up ahead. Collectively take a dump. This is literally the state of Pokemon. Everything's fine and in the background it's just fucking chaos. Damn. I'm also taking a dump. Okay. I'm trying to take this as seriously as I can, by the way. Why was he necessary, though? Thanks, Philippe. There is something you can say for this, but I won't. I won't. I've said it enough during the entirety of this series. I just want to see what would happen. To see if they just made a wall down there. You better get back up. You can do the. You can continuously do this. Okay, gotcha. I just want to see what would happen. Now I know what will happen. Yatatata. How does that even work? How does he let himself fall like that? Where do you go now? I guess I have to make my way through the rooftops. Yep, I see it. Something's going on with Angie. Don't worry about it, homie. Yeah, I can't see shit from up here. Who's gonna help me now? Oh, I guess it's Gresham, right? There's two of them. Yeah, it makes sense. It does make sense. I'm actually gonna take a small break after this one. Because I need to take a leak really badly, so... If there's a pause in the video, you know why. My Chandelure just has to be extra special. What if I just will-o-wisp that thing? I can't see what is going on, people. I can shadow wall you, because you're standing a little bit out of the way here, and I don't like that one bit. I can't see shit of what is going on. I'll try spinning, that's a good trick. Oh, there. Dragouts. Get that motherfucker out of here. Oh, he's gone as well. Now for my final trick. There we are. Okay, and I will do some magic. Okay, so we're back. Let's continue. Took a leak, got some water, and it's time for a little coffee break here as well. How convenient. I will never be able to outrun my connection to Team Flare, nor can I change those who will never forgive Team Flare for what happened 5 years ago. No, true. I'll protect the people of the city no matter what they may think of me. Okay, fair. Zaga's like, what the fuck took you so long? Yeah, so I read about these two, and I of course also did my own digging into them a little bit more afterwards. But these two seem to have the moral compass that Team Flare didn't have. They see the error of their ways, but they kind of still understand the goal that what Team Flare, you know, so they kind of they still have the same goal, but they do not have the same means to go towards that goal. But okay, we are here with Zygarde now. We're going on top of this building. Oh, there you went. Yeah, I still don't really see the proportions are kind of off still. Hey Harley, I see you from up there. I'm glad you found your way to Zygarde. Where is she though? Is she like in just below the tentacles, or is she in like the mouth or the snout of that thing? Because if that's the case, she's fucked. That move's gonna pack even more punch now. Watch yourself. If Engie Float starts attacking. I've got a 99 out of... yeah. I just saw the flowers. Huh. Interesting. We'll be able to save Floetta and your friend were trapped within this rogue tower. The answer lies with you. I know that I was once among those who choose. I think the last cell actually jumped on me in the last episode or something. That there was a cell that jumped and then everything faded to black. So it probably is in my backpack or something. There it is. I stuck it in between my ass cheeks, probably. I saw the 50% form just in between. I like this form. I'm surprised it didn't get more attention earlier. My name is Optimus Prime, and I'm here to say, fuck you. Okay. Well, what is it gonna do though? Is it just gonna destroy the entire fucking city? It's gonna walk? What's... Oh, I don't know how much... Oh shit. I have to watch myself as well. Would be nice if somebody came fucking helping me this time around. Can I at least... That's good to know. It's actually really good to know. I only got one chance at that. Ah, I see it. There's a cooldown on it. Yeah, I'm doing them one at a time. The other one's just gonna keep sizzling me. Sorry, Electros. They must probably be no typing at all, but super effective against all of them. And then one more, please. That's gonna do a chunk to it. Yeah, it does a chunk. Oof. There's probably going to be a little bit more stages than this, of course there are, but yeah, this feels kind of like, Do I need to do this like 4 times? I pissed it off. Pretty damn cool. Even if it is a split second. Oh, damn. This, you know what this reminds me of? Kalos will never be the same after this. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of The Legend of Korra Season 4, where she just goes boom with the fucking big... What do you call it? The big machine. Oh, so I can stand underneath here and I'll be fine or something? I guess I can stand here. Can I just heal here without... I think I'm safe here. I can just... I can only do it one at a time, though. So I guess we're just gonna wait. Oh yeah, you can still see Zygarde doing shit up there. Interesting. I can keep Scrafty the way it is right now. I didn't know this had a cooldown on it. That's not very cool now, is it? This Scrafty is like level 76 or something. Okay. Brothers. Oh, I don't think Will-O-Whispering this thing is a good idea. I don't think that's gonna work. Get out of there, Dragalge. They do way too much damage. I can't keep up with the amount of damage they do, though. Because if they keep going like this, I'll burn through my revives quite quickly. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Electros, get out of there. What if I... Maybe this does more, I don't know, I haven't checked yet. I love Mega Electros. Let's do this. Does a little more, but they also do a shit ton of damage to me. Yep. Yeah, so there's not a whole lot to say during this. I don't know if I'm just gonna say nothing eventually, or if I will continue to do this, or I'll pause the recording and wait until you guys... I'll meet you guys back at home or something. This seems to be a long final boss by the looks of it. Oh, for God's sake. I don't like the cooldown one bit. I can also just use the max revives instead, because they give me a little bit more. Yeah, so the blue one is halfway down, I think. Are you? Yeah, you are. I think that's too far. I wonder what that dark is. That kind of like a dark pulse or something? You're not really doing anything here. Why isn't it doing anything, actually? Oh, that's why. That's one down. I wonder what it'll do when it starts getting even more pissed off. One more for me, please. There you go. You did well. Go. Get that motherfucker. Do damage. A lot of damage, please. There we are. Why aren't you doing anything? It's like, you know what? Fine. I'll die. Guess I'll die. Thousand waves, whatever that means. Okay, we're 60% of the way there. No. Scrafty seems to be my only hope by the looks of it. I'm gonna need drag outs as well. Okay, keep walking. Just keep walking. I need a hyper potion for my lady. Are they annoying each other now? Or? Get it. Go. One more. There we go. Okay, we did a shit ton of damage there. Nicely done, Scrafty. No, Chandelure, what are you doing? Oh. I can't stay still, can I? Ah. The left one is more annoying now, so I guess I should just be focused on that one. Oh, they both do the same. Yeah, I know it's both from the same vine, but... Get that motherfucker. Kill it. There we go. Okay, that's one down. that's what it's doing. Interesting. Yeah, you don't really get to see that from down here. It's implied, though. The Mega Evolution takes so long, and then you also have these animations. I don't need the animations continuously. I just want to fucking fight. Why are you so angry? Stop being angry, you motherfucker. Oh. What are you nodding towards me for? Core info. What the fuck does that even mean? That's what you get when a Pokemon like this never has had any spotlight before. You're like, what is this? What is that? What does that mean? For now. For now. Is this the end? She must be pink. She must always be... Whatever you say at this point. That ammo? No. Especially you, Alitonia, you're right. I'm fine. Takes more than this to phase me. Now all that's left is for Megaflow to take control of Angie and we'll finally be done. Thanks to the efforts of team. He still looks like a bad guy. Something tells me that Jet's gonna swoop in now and just fucking nuke. It's running away. Well, yeah, that makes about as much sense. It probably still has enough power left to do one more thing, which is just fucking nuke. If fires float like, well, it's all powered up like this, there won't be any Lumios left to rebuild. Nope. It's the pebble. Fine, I'll grab it tightly. What the fuck? The Zygonite. Oh, well, yeah, I knew the pebble was gonna be some form. I just didn't know it was gonna be. Oh, look. Hey, Zygarde, can you come here for a second? Motherfucker. Where the fuck did he come from? Thank you, sir. This is such a cool fucking screenshot. that I didn't take because my face is in front of it. However, I can still. That seems like a horse cock, doesn't it? Bitches love cannons. This looks really... I will admit it, this last scene looks really cool. This is like that scene from Pokémon Mystery Dungeon where Rayquaza fucking nukes that meteorite coming hurling towards Earth. Okay, this is the first time I'm actually seeing Mega Zyga. I don't like it too much, but that's like what half of the... What do you want me to do? Is it okay if I just make a few screenshots for myself? Yeah, thank you. Let's see, Core Enforcer. Yes. Zyga's like, yes, sir. Yeah, it's a Z, we get it. Nobody's gonna believe us. Donnie has the Floette half dead. Just taking a few screenshots in between. You don't see it, but I do. Look at the little baby. Pretty little baby. Pretty little Floette. That's a very cool ending, actually. You know what? Not bad. Not. I've seen. It's a nice little nuke of an ending. Literally. But it's one of the better storylines. This is one of the better storylines. I will admit as much, Game Freak. I will admit as much. When I started this game, I started off with like a 6 because I had no expectations. And when I started off, my brain was like, I fucking hate this. Because the tutorial, you know, you can go anywhere in between. Slowly but surely started creeping up towards 7 for me. Because of the way you can catch... you can catch Pokemon and everything because it's fairly easy. But... Can I turn this a little softer? Eventually... The game kind of grew on me. I think once you get to those first 2 to 3 hours of tutorial, because the tutorial is severely long, they should have shortened that in any way, shape, or form, which hasn't happened, unfortunately. But what has to be done for the next one is that they have to spicing it up with their graphics, and unfortunately, what? Am I? Unfortunately, I don't think we'll get those graphics up to the high standards in Breath of the Wild. But this game, for me, right now, as it stands, I'm not done yet because post-game and everything. And I also don't know about the replay value. Replay value is something that I really need in a game in order for me to like it even more. That's why Pokemon is one of my highest... Yeah, how do you say that? One of my... I put it in one of the highest regards ever. Specifically because I fucking enjoy Pokemon as a franchise, as a world, as lore. It's part of my life ever since I was a wee child. I was like 6, 7 years old, something. Scolopede, what are you doing there? And honestly, I grew up with, as you might know, I'm 26 now. I grew up with Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Grew to enjoy Platinum as my favorite Pokemon game of all time. Not necessarily because of the storyline, because the storyline is just like the fucking sociopath. There's not a whole lot to unpack in Diamond and Pearl, but what has been lacking in the latest couple Pokemon games is storyline. This game did this really fucking well, I will admit, with the new characters it introduced, and not all of them are like Mabel, for example. I mean, it's just like, okay, you're part of Team Flare, you used to be part of Team Flare. That's about it, you know. And yeah, Lysander actually gets his return, and there's quite a few other people, but mostly Tawny, Naveen, and Lida are being focused on, you know, because Lida not wanting to evolve her Pokemon, being a dancer and all. She likes Staryu more, but eventually Starmie turns out to be a great dancer, a great spinner. You got Tawny, of course, gets the most out of all of it because Tawny is wants to help people, is a true altruist, and you got Naveen having two things, doesn't really like the curry croissants at first. He doesn't want to try new things. Eventually opens up to trying new things, and also being a really big fan of a streamer. I don't know why that whole streamer part came in here, because I think they did that in Scarlet Violet as well with Iono, and I didn't really like it there, don't really like it here, but overall I would say this game is a 7.5. 7.5 to 8, maybe a 7.7. This is probably the best game that the Switch has to offer, but because when you take a look at the Switch games, my opinion about the Switch games overall for Pokemon have been entirely shit. They're decent to shit, honestly. And when I say shit, I mean a 5 out of 10, don't mean a 2 out of 10 or something. It's just that like I said, I need replay value. This is a game where I can perhaps see myself going. I probably will go further by a little bit, you know, by completing the Pokédex, because I've been doing that for the longest of times now. I've been working along with all the quests as well, so I will 100% this game. I didn't do that with Legends Arceus, and I kind of regret that. I can still do that, however, it's not on my to-do list anytime soon. But what I will say is good storyline, graphics / texture, especially textures, can be much better. They could have done some changes in the, well, not necessarily in the storyline, but in the choices they made for the mechanics here and there. It's baby steps forward, but in terms of storyline, this is probably the best they've had to offer. Sword and Shield didn't have any storyline. BDSP was just based on Gen 4, so I'm not really counting that as anything. Honestly, people give BDSP so much fucking shit. It's a remake. It doesn't do its remake job properly, and that's why people give it a ton of fucking shit. I understand that. For me, my favorite Pokemon games that came out of the Switch era is probably either Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX or BDSP. The reason why I say that is because BDSP actually looks nice, it functions nicely, it has a good plot, but it's the remake. From a remake standpoint, I get it. From a remake, when you look at it from a remake perspective, the game's not good at all. So Sword and Shield is a shit game. I continuously think when I look back at that, it just means very little to me. The only thing why I actually come back to, and me and Rick actually said this last night as well. The only reason why we come back to Sword and Shield is specifically because of the legendary, the raid battles there. Scarlet Violet is better in terms of storyline, but shit for the rest of it. What else do we got? We got Mystery Dungeon DX was the remake that I actually did fucking enjoy the most. Honestly, I loved fucking Mystery Dungeon DX, but again, that's a remake. It did a remake, from a remake perspective, it did that really, really, really well. Is this a grave or something? He died. Hey, my controller turned off. Fuck me. I'll continue my rant later on, but we're gonna finish this really quick. It seemed like he handled all the preparations for it by himself. He probably left the thing to us then. He had to take his measurements, but he told me it was so I could make him some new clothes. Not so he could have a grave dog. Keep watching over Lumio, says he will make sure it becomes like you wanted, the city of harmony between us and Pokemon. Solid. Oh, that's why the Sableye. And now he becomes the new AZ. Oh, Lysandra, you're fucked, aren't you? Yeah, this doesn't need music. This is solid. Nice little touch to make Floette look back for a second. Thank you for everything, ass. How did he die, though? Was it because of the curse? Did Floette have to forgive him? I am mildly curious, I guess. There we are, Finn. What does that even mean, Finn? Finland? After the events, Towers come... okay. We'll do a little aftermath rant. If... there's more coming, but this post game is most likely just more grinding, so it doesn't really matter to me that much. Yeah, I guess destroying Angie actually got rid of the fucking curse. At least they've been able to clean things up. The reopening ceremony for Centrico Plaza should be wrapping that up about now. Let me guess. They're gonna do a little notch back to X and Y, where once you become champion, you are celebrated in... I think it was Lumios as well. And then AZ comes up like, hey, I want a final fight. And now it's gonna be Lysander popping up there for that final fight in the plaza. To just do a little callback, and he will be the new AZ now. Oh yeah, it was... Oh. He left us all something. Mission 38. The finale. Should be the final mission, at least. Could it be his will? Yep. Oh, piano. My only weakness when it comes to Pokemon music, piano. To Team MZ, my dear friends, if you're reading this letter, then it would seem my time has finally come to an end. I leave you these instructions and final wishes. First, do it Hotel Z as you see fit, it is yours. If keeping it running would place a burden on your long lives, you may sell it. Ask only that you continue to look after Floette and all those who live in Lumio City. I've been blessed to see the people of the city grow closer to all their new Pokemon neighbors. It is, as Young once said, a joining of X and Y axes that were never expected to meet. May you all bring a true evolution in the relationship between Pokemon and humankind. I have lived so very, very long and seen so many go before me, but thanks to you all, I will now go to meet my own ending with a smile on my face. I thank you from the bottom of this old heart. Signed, AZ. He must have already been prepared for his end. Oh, yeah. What will we do about the hotel? We probably don't need to worry about turning it into a thriving business. As you did tell us, he saw it more as his final residence than anything. He did, yes, but keeping a building like this in good repair won't be cheap. Should we ask Vinny for help? Oh, yeah. My brain was like, yeah, remember the wish. My brain was like, ass. If I could just type it in, it just ass. That's all that would make me happy. I don't need money. Just need ass. With an AZ, of course. What is Ivor doing with you? Okay. Yeah, let's do the ceremony first. Yeah, and of course that becomes the final zone. Yeah, I figured as much. I figured as much. And now it looks like the Eiffel Tower. It's basically the structure that ends up being here. It looks like the Eiffel Tower. It actually looks really cool. Huh. I thought they were gonna go with Evil Jet for a second, but okay. Thank you so much for taking the care time to meet us children. First of all, I offer my most sincere apologies to Team Zero on the Prison Towers affair. It should have been up to Quasartico Inc. to resolve the situation, yet it fell to the rescue of Lumio's residents. We owe you all great debt. And the Prison Tower thing was no one's fault. It's not like you could have just told the whole city something was up. It would have caused a panic. And this didn't? I don't know, Chief. I don't know. I don't know if this was the better idea here. Because by awakening that tower, which was gonna happen eventually, if you didn't know how what the problem was or how to fix it, you would have fucked them over either way. So there's not really a good intent. There's a good intention behind it, but it doesn't really matter because once that tower would have awoken, it would have caused a stir either way, and it would have probably killed thousands more if we went there, of course. A small loan of $1 million. Well, not a loan. They're the ones with the wishes. Well, that's true. Sure, we'll go with this one. This is such an easy excuse to get rid of the... Ugh. Okay. It's such an easy excuse to just get rid of the entire fucking wish thing altogether. I don't like that. Earn yourself challenges, tickets, and show to the receptionist for a chance to bet on a reward match if you win a match. Amazing prize. Okay, my dogs are barking. After each reward, your ticket points will be reset to 0. Okay. I'll inform the other ZA battle participants about the updates, okay? I suppose we might as well begin at once. We will kick it off this very night. You work fast as always. So, let's see. I wonder if there are really things you can only understand through Pokemon battles. Not necessarily. We'll find out what those things are through ZA Royale. I hope you already know we're rivals. I hope the competition sparked by the ZA Royale. Okay. The highest level wild zone in all of Lumios. Okay, that's a big one. Malamar's there. I like how they just made a park out of it very quickly. There didn't used to be a park here, for as far as I can remember. Hello, Malamar. Level 54. Chico? Yeah, you can catch the starters here. And some Pokemon I haven't seen yet. But I have a rant to follow through on. Let me see what's underneath the tower really quick. Alpha. That's a lot of alphas. 64. 64. Yeah, there's still some rubble to go through. Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay. Okay, but to end it off, overall, this game, 7.5, maybe a 7.7, maybe I'll go with 7.7. This is probably the best game that the Switch era Pokemon has to offer. It's not, I think it's the do I want to say the better? I think it's just as good as the original Pokemon Legends. Yeah, it's just as good as PLA, I think. Storyline is solid. The textures, not so much. I think PLA gets the edge when it comes to the textures. Unfortunately, because honestly, when you look at PLA, I think it's a little bit better. Also, a thing that I not necessarily like about this specific fucking game is the fact that it takes place in such a small city. Because when I throw this one out and you want to battle others, there's quite a few things going on, you know? And especially on rooftops, the battling system... it doesn't necessarily need an overhaul. That's not the problem. The problem that I have with this game specifically is that the streets and the rooftops are too small, you know? For the battles to work properly. Because half of the time, you're gonna have that regardless if the roof is big or not. But half of the time, my Pokemon jumped off the roofs. Because they were doing either surf or whatever it is, Sludge Bomb, Thunderbolt, you know, they had to pick a certain position, then they would stand there, or Quick Attack, Surf, Flare Blitz, all those type of moves, which cause you to go forward for like 10 feet, 10 meters, whatever you want to call it. They fall off. And then, yeah, you're gonna have to get them back. It's funny, but at the same time, you realize that the game, in some of the streets, are just not big enough to really work together with what they were going for here. And PLA could do that because there were vast open areas, and sometimes they were a little bit too vast and too open. Don't get me wrong, but it has to be a little bit of a mix in between PLA and Plaza, Pokemon Legends EA. But overall, storyline was solid. The characters are much better than in any of the other Switch games. This is probably hands down the best Switch game that this has to offer, together with the entirety of the Legends series. Actually, is the same for that. And I think that's cool. I think that's really fucking cool. You know, I really enjoyed playing through this game. This is probably the most fun I've had, because Scarlet Violet was funny for other reasons. I didn't like the DLCs one bit. Sword and Shield is just mediocre at best. Scarlet and Violet, well, let's just run through them all really quickly, shall we? So you start off with Sword and Shield on the Switch. I like the graphics. There's no storyline, or barely any storyline. The Weld Zone was underwhelming, or the Weld areas, they like to call it there. But overall, I would say it was a decent game. I gave it like a 6 out of 10. Then for the next one, what is the next one even on the sort? The DLCs kind of saved it for me, because I still play it, but specifically for the legendary raid dance and not anything else. Like the cave you go in Sword and Shield, in the Crown Tundra DLC. Then, secondly, what else do we got? I'm thinking, what is the next game there? Is that... I think it's BDSP, right? Let's just say BDSP as well as Mystery Dungeon DX are actually solid games. Especially Mystery Dungeon DX from a remake standpoint. That's where fucking Pokemon BDSP falls flat. BDSP really falls flat there. And the biggest problem that I have with BDSP is that it didn't really take too much from Platinum, much like the storyline. They should have just taken the storyline from Platinum, just make Pokemon Pink Platinum or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what BDSP would entail for Platinum specifically as a title. But they should have just gotten even more from Platinum and focused on that solely instead of trying to cater as much through Diamond and Pearl, because they made Platinum in the first place because it's the better way to play Sinnoh. So why didn't they do that? Then Pokemon Legends Arceus came out, and also that's another thing. Pokemon Legends Arceus came out, I think it was either 2 months prior or 2 months later for against BDSP. So it kind of was, you had BDSP, and I think afterwards came Pokemon Legends Arceus. People were already underwhelmed for BDSP as soon as they saw the trailers, and then they saw Legends Arceus, and that kind of overwhelmed, it overshadowed the entirety that is BDSP. So, yeah, it was in the, even though it came out before, it was still in the shadows of fucking BDSP. And I think that's the main problem with BDSP. It doesn't do its remake job too well, although it's more like a remaster, right? Or was it the other way around? Yeah, there was a difference between a remaster and a remake. I think it was a remaster. It was not necessarily a remake, much like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Heart Gold Soul Silver, because they built on what was there and made it better. BDSP just focused on what was there and tried to replicate that as good as it could. And that's not a good idea when it comes to making a remake, because you're gonna fucking fall off. There were no extra additions in terms of extra Pokemon to the Pokédex, or things like Mega Evolution Z moves or Dynamax, whatever you call it. There was no gimmick whatsoever. It was just Pokemon at its finest, BDSP. Basically, if you played Shining Pearl, you've played Diamond Pearl, and vice versa. So there was not really anything useful there. And the other way around, there were no DLCs there. They did use nice graphics there, though. I will admit, Ilka, as much as it is their first game for Pokemon, they really did a good job trying to hold everything together. And I would say Sword and Shield got a 6 out of 10. BDSP got like an 8 out of 10, in my opinion. It's one of the best games, mainly because it's being held up by the Generation 4 bias in my head. Keep in mind that it is biased. Everything is biased that I'm saying. Everything you say is biased as well, because everybody has their own opinion. Okay, so next up, you get like, was it Generation 9 already? I think it was Generation 9, right? Now you get Legends Arceus first. Legends Arceus was it rejuvenated the series. Many people were really happy that Legends Arceus came out. I already did my vast opinion on this. Like I said, the graphics on it looked really cool. You do actually have the option to go really far out, and yeah, the mechanics were a little rusty. The agile style and strong style I never really bothered with. I think getting rid of that and using the way it is now works much better, because now you're not focused on turns, you're actually doing what it's supposed to be like in the anime. It could use some refined things, because it's a little clunky sometimes, but I also think that's partially because of the map. In comparison to PLA, PLA actually worked better with the map because it was a broader map. In comparison to this, like I said, small streets and everything. Although these aren't that small, but most of these things aren't really working out too well on these bigger streets, because they are focused on like the small corridors. If you take a look at the district that'll pop up in a minute, you'll see why. Because it's all really small, and then half of it doesn't really work. That aside, Pokemon Legends Arceus was a solid playthrough and a nice new take on the franchise overall, and I'm glad that they actually decided to continue it. We are probably getting Pokemon Legends Galar in a hot minute, like in probably 3 years or something. So I am curious if that's going to be anything much like the earlier two games. For their sake, I hope so, because this could actually take over as one of the best-selling Pokemon game spin-offs that they've had in a while. Yeah, so Pokemon Legends Arceus overall, I would say, is like a 7.5 out of 10. Wasn't necessarily... the storyline really went deep, because Legends Arceus, that's the way, or Hisui/Sinnoh, made a ton of legendaries to work with all the world building that we got. So that's actually really, really good. Yeah, what for the rest of it? Phew. What can I say for the rest of it? Pokémon Legends Arceus, yep, like I said, a nice new take. The storyline is good. The graphics are good for the Switch. You need to keep in mind that we're doing this on the Switch. So 7.5. Then we got Scarlet Violet. Storyline was much better than Sword and Shield, where it kind of just lacked. What Pokemon usually does with a storyline, keep that in mind, is they don't give you the story during the entirety of your playthrough. They just lore dump you, and that this game did the same, which is kind of annoying that it did the same thing, because I don't like it when they just lore dump you right before the very end. It's way too fucking... You're kind of limiting yourself a little too much when you're doing that, because you can't really tell the story. You just have to lore dump people, and then it's just boom. That's what this game did as well, by the way. I don't like that. I don't like being lore dumped right before the very end. Like, the Floette and AZ and Lysandre fall into the story like this 10 seconds before the tower goes up or down, whatever. Hold on. So yeah, that's a thing that I am... really thinking about when it comes to this game. But Scarlet and Violet is a buggy fucking mess. I'll be really honest when it comes to Scarlet Violet especially. I'm already really honest with the entirety of the game as is, or the entirety of the franchise. Legends, or... No, not Legends. Scarlet Violet was a buggy mess overall. Especially at the beginning, and I'm surprised that at least for the Switch 1 they still haven't fixed any of the shit that they were supposed to do. It's really annoying, because I know they can do better, but they just haven't for some reason. Oh, well, okay. Well, fuck you then. But I need to be... lower? It's up there. Okay, so if I need to get up there... It's here. Better. So I need to get up here. I don't know how though. It did its job, at least. In Scarlet Violet. The storyline was better than Sword and Shield, but I guess any storyline is better than no storyline. Scarlet Violet overall got a 6.5 in my book because of the better storylines, but the graphics together with the way that the story progresses. For a first open world mainstream game, it wasn't a good idea at all. It wasn't a good idea to do it the way they did it, or the way they handled it at all. And I'm surprised they handled it the way they handled it, because I was expecting something much different from then what we actually got. And the DLCs also were lackluster. Honestly, the DLCs were, I think, some of the worst I've played. I didn't get into the storyline with Kieran and Carmine at all. I was focused on memeing the entire time because it didn't really do anything for me. Where are all these crews coming from? I thought I did these already. This is certainly interesting. But yeah, like I said, I guess any storyline is better than no storyline, but still the graphics, the textures overall hold that game back, and that goes the same for this game. There are some places that look nice, especially the interiors, but the exteriors overall... Yeah, no. No. I don't really have anything to say, except for that I don't like them. The textures, they feel very fucking rushed. And I know that in the original, in the beta build, they actually made all these balconies 3D. So basically what they did was they just stood right here, made a JPEG off of it, plastered it on a concrete block, and that's about it. So yes, it's still not worth AAA status, to be honest. And that's a shame because like I said, I like Pokemon as a franchise. And I really wanted to go back to the 9.5s I would give it from back in the day, you know, like the... Well, pretty much every single fucking Pokemon game from Gen 4 and Gen 5 was, well, an 8+ for me. Platinum was a 9, Black and White 2 are a 9.5. Sleepy then. Oh, but I will admit, this game, I'm having fun with it. I'm also taking my time because in the past, what was it? Week? Keep in mind that I did this within a week. 74. Whoa, that's a lot more. 47 hours. I almost took I took 2 days out of my time, and there's still ways to go for me because there is more coming. There's still, what is it? 10 quests more apparently. There's the Infinite Battle Royale or whatever. So there's stuff for me to do still. So we're not done with this game. I'm probably gonna end up with like 75 to 100 playtime hours. But the problem with this game is it's gonna hold up much like PLA is in terms of replayability for me, and that's why I think this game falls short as well. There's 2 ways that this game falls short. The first being the textures. I mean, just look at the game overall. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is the best game ever, and nor does it the best game that Pokemon has made in terms of graphics. I think Sword and Shield looked a little bit better than this because at least they started trying. And yet, that's an entirely different the review that I should make on it. But I don't think I'm gonna do reviews again because of the fact that when I do reviews, for some reason, the only people that decide to reply is whether this is rage bait or not. They think I'm rage baiting them for whatever the reason is. Well, I'm genuinely fucking concerned about about the state. I honestly had the same idea when I started the storyline, that I was like, And that seems to be the consensus when it comes to this game. The consensus when it comes to this game is basically you need to get through the first 2 hours worth of tutorial. Because if you don't, you're not gonna like the game. And I've had that as well. You know, the only thing I wanted was the game, or was the game for me to tell me like, Harley, go, have fun. Game didn't do that for me. So I immediately started nagging in probably the first 2 streams / episodes that I did. And now that we're here, you know, Lumiose is still empty. But I would say it's like a 7.5. Yeah, it's a 7.5. The game still feels empty. Believe me, the game still feels empty, you know, because even with all this, there's no interiors, there's no houses you can go into. There's no... It doesn't really feel like a proper laid out city, you know. There's markets everywhere. The quests are kind of basic. Some are funny, other are just a nuisance. There was a Litwick quest that scared the living shit out of me because it actually was supposed to be a jump scare. So, but overall, it's just like the storyline is what keeps this together. Not the textures, not the graphics, not and the characters as well. They keep this together. But that's it. Either way, for now, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I will leave you all on this note. Let's see. I didn't know I could do that. Okay. Chandler having fun in the background. I will just leave you all with this. Boom. People, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe one day we'll get back to this game in one form or way. And What did you think of this game? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will see you all. Maybe on the main channel, maybe on this channel. Who knows?